Let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes into this conversation. So, Khalif, the first thing that I would like to talk about here is the timing of the actual arrest in the video. You see that the officers approach the couple. Within a minute, they're trying to make that arrest, and then things escalate from there. But what do you make of them going in for that arrest so soon?
In the wake of George Floyd, there was a lot of talk about looking at processes that we've had in place, and I'm in a number of organizations that do that reflective looking. The Fatality Review Board, what could we have done to make sure this fatality didn't happen? In George Floyd, it was like, what can we do as a community to ensure that the interactions between law enforcement and the community don't end in violence or don't end in anything that looks like this, that the chief has to say is hard to watch. De-escalation was probably the biggest thing you saw. And typically de-escalation will be trying to make bodies step away, ensuring that you talk at a different type of conduct, and for sure timing. So maybe 20, 30 seconds, it was, hey, what are you doing? We're smoking. We think you're smoking weed. We got this from the smoke shop, or are you under arrest? No investigation, no communication. That portion, it did not seem like de-escalation took place at all. It seemed like it was already, their mind was made up that I am going to arrest you, and then we can figure it all out later. That's probably something that has continued to be a problem way before George Floyd and even now.
And I mean, this is my first time watching the video. I think that just being a human being watching that video, there is a lot to unpack. There's a lot of emotion that comes because it shows you how quick something can happen, how fast that can happen. And it's not the judgment of what you saw, but you saw her being restrained. And I think that that is what is hard to process. So as you look at this video, I think that you're going to have, now that it's made open to the public, I think people are going to put their opinions in this. Just as you said, you have to be able to respect the integrity of the case as to how they're looking at this. But looking at who was now looking at who's punished, I guess you can say. Casey mentioned earlier that one of the officers has been disciplined after an internal investigation. The officer was given a 40-hour suspension and will now go through additional training. Was that enough in this case?
If I'm in court, I'm arguing this, that there's two cases. You got the civil case and you have this process. The first thing I'm saying in court is I'm saying, well, what is enough? You see this person on the ground and she's being hit multiple times. I'm saying she's assaulted, and then I'm asking the jury to make a decision. What dollar amount could you put on her pain, her suffering, her damage? In the court of public opinion, you could ask the same thing. Well, what amount of time would justify that amount of strikes? If they said after 4 strikes you should have been done and you should have reevaluated, and you continue to hit her 14 or 13 more times, is 40 hours enough to justify you being, that person being injured? If that's your daughter, your wife, your sister, that's the question that I think the public will ask. And so I'm not sure how you value that, and that's what we have to do.
And I think that's what you saw there too in the video.
And so the question that you have to ask is, well, how do you sow trust back in the community? That's what you need to figure out. I spoke with City Councilwoman Tijuana Brown, and she goes on to say it has to go beyond that. Let's take a look at what she said.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired before I took the office. It's no different now. I'm still frustrated. Now I think because I sit at a table that get to make decisions, that we can do things different that will include a whole lot more people than just a few people that we've been marching with. Now we have constituents of 900,000 that we're making decisions for. And we have to really make sure that we're doing things in sound and good judgment.
What I can say is a couple things about that. That when you watch incidents like this and you have these arrests that happen over and over again, that's why she quoted the famous quote from Ms. Hammer back in the day, which was that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
Ms. Brown went from being an activist to a candidate, from now being a candidate to an elected official. And I asked her, well, how do you transition? And she said, you got to do the work. I have an opportunity to sit at the table and help make those decisions. I look forward to seeing folks have that dialogue and that conversation to ensure that trust is so back in the community.
That's why transparency is so important. Khalif Rhodes, thank you so much.